Hi, this is Eric Martin. We're Board Game Geek. I'm here with Kaya from G3, and we are looking at an early, non-final advanced edition of Urban Panic, a potential 2014 release.
Yes, also the name may change, so...
The name may change as well. Okay. Colors may change, pieces may change. Why are we talking about... No. Let's get an overview of what's going on in the game.
Okay, each player has his own board with the color of the player. And basically what we do in the game is we are building the city on top of this board. There is also a main board showing the points and possible actions that we may do during the play. Also, it gives tiles that during the game we will use in order to build our city. So, in our turn, we can do up to 3 actions. First of them would be taking one tile that I want from the main board to my reserve. In my reserve, I may have up to 3 tiles. Second action that I can do is to take a tile from my reserve and put it on my board. The important thing in the game is to remember that all the tiles have to have connection with the center tile that is already printed on the board. Also, the tiles are differentiated into different areas of the city. So, for example, we can have parks, which will be good for ecology. We can also have factories, or like here, or living spaces for people. So each of the tiles, as we can see on the board, gives us points in different areas of living. So, if the tile that we will put on the board would take us lower than -5 points on any of the levels, then it means we cannot put this tile on the board. We have to wait with it till we make the level that is really low better. The third action we can do is we can exchange 2 tiles on the board, or we can change 1 tile from the board with 1 tile from our reserve. So, for example, if we realize during the game that the connection that we are making are not as good as we would want to, then we can exchange the tiles. Another action we could perform would be exchanging the tiles on the main board, which means I would take these tiles away and they go away from the whole game, so they will not be used anymore. Then I am putting new 4 tiles, and from these ones, me and other players can choose again. Fifth action to choose is spy action, which basically means that I can steal 1 tile from another player's reserve to my board directly. There are also in the game, there are also additional accomplishment cards, which give me points at the end of the game. For example, if I have the biggest park district, I would get additional 10 points if this card was used during the game. We have to also take care of the number of citizens, so that it isn't bigger than the number of workplaces, because then we will lose points at the end of the game. So at the end of the game, each player is checking. I mean, the game ends when somebody finishes his own city, and then we are checking if the level of citizens is similar or same to the level of workplaces. We are checking if all the tiles on the board connect to the city center. If they do, then everything is good and we can sum up all the points from the board. If not, then we have to take the tiles away from the board and take the amount of points that the tile was giving to us away from the main board. There is also a party version of this game, during which we just mix up all of the tiles in the middle of the table and we use only one hand to fill out our boards as quick as possible. When one of the players finishes, then they turn this and then till the end of the time, the other players can fill out their cities, and at the end, again, we are counting the points, and the person with the most points wins.
Okay. Thanks very much for the overview.
Thank you.